Hello, everybody. Welcome to Radio Labyrinth. This is season 6, episode 9. Gonna get a whole shitload of them this year. 100 episodes, right? We're gonna do 100 episodes this year.
100,000.
Well, there's 52 weeks, which means we'll do 104 episodes. Now, maybe, I don't know. We'll see. I hope everybody is. Before we get started, you know how we're gonna record a new one on Thursday, but. Thanking all the Patreon producers who helped make this show. I keep leaving out one of them, and he told me about it, and I want to thank him. So Bryan Kickpool Smith is known as
Deadpool. The Deadpool guy.
Yeah. He and Kelsey, they donate to us, and I appreciate it very much. And we'll make sure to get you added to the new one that we record Thursday night. So we'll be doing that. And oh my God. Oh, geez. Did you guys have a good weekend? I sure did.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Can't complain.
I got my baseball cards. See, Jeff? And then this one. Hey, folks. Finally, I'm on a baseball card. Where the fuck am I?
They must have put the rush on those.
Pardon?
I said they must have put the rush on those.
Well, I didn't use FedEx Ground, which means I would have gotten them in May, and they would have been all banged up because FedEx Ground sucks. But they put out a whole set of them. The other one was of Kamala, so I already have a Kamala Harris.
Nice.
Well, you did that one yourself.
Yeah, and if you're listening at home, I drew a picture of her. It's not altogether unflattering.
That's not a No, it's not. She's actually a very pretty lady, and I don't know if you made her look more of a handsome woman.
Well, nowadays she's a handsome woman. When she was a pretty lady when she was going out on the town with Willie Brown, former mayor of Los Angeles. Anyway, no politics on the show. I'm just talking about it. But I like these things. These are historic to me. These aren't I'm not like super Bernie thing. I do like him, but they're kind of cool things to have. I also have the Dr. Fauci from last year. Never went up in value, so not a good investment. But
those mittens went for like $100,000 to raise money for some charity.
I know, and I gave it all away. No, he put T-shirts or sold T-shirts or something, and he gave every dime of it to charity. So that's pretty.
And
cool.
He sold the actual mittens too, and the company that makes them has like back orders going out for like 2 years now.
Isn't it just one lady?
Yeah.
So she's going to be knitting a lot.
Yep.
I want to get the garbage pail politicians.
Ooh. Do they put those out? I wonder if they do. I know they have a new set out because they're the only thing left at Target when you go there. That and the UGO or whatever. All the baseball cards are gone because every dealer goes to Target and they probably pay some lowly worker to let them know when the shit gets there, and they go buy it up and then they sell it at a markup. So it's crazy. Anyway, I got an update to the Doughnut Report. I went out to my parents yesterday morning to take them some blueberry muffins that Caitlin, my wife, made, and I stopped at Donut Dolly's. And even though I'm not supposed to do this, I did buy myself a Mexican chocolate donut, which, by the way, is amazing.
It's a little spice, a little kick to it.
Yeah, what goes into a Mexican chocolate donut?
Well, it's a chocolate donut, and it's a cake donut, and then there's some chocolate cream on top of it, and then there's all these sprinkles like sugar, and then I think maybe like cayenne pepper or some sort of, I don't know what it is. It's spicy but it's good. It's balanced by the sweetness, and it's really, really cool. I highly recommend that place. And I bought Caitlin a Fluffernutter donut that had actual peanuts in it, marshmallow. And peanut butter cream on top and in the middle.
Oh, Doughnut Dollies.
Yeah, and they weren't $10 each. And that's your Doughnut Report for today. We're going to have to do this as long as we keep eating donut.
Well, I'm off the train tomorrow.
Yeah, me too.
I got my neck as thick as it would go over the weekend, and now it's time to dial it back.
I thought you were looking like Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Oh, it's thick. It's thick. I mean, I'm like a 400-year-old sequoia.
Oh,
You're gonna give me that bag of Kit Kats you bought?
No. Oh, yeah, because I had that new Kit Kat, the mocha.
oh, is that good?
Kit Kat. Tasty. Got a nice little coffee flavor to it. Very good.
All right, so let's talk about Super Bowl Sunday and congratulate Mr. Tom Brady for his seventh? It was his 10th Super Bowl that he was in, and it was his 10th win, which is pretty impressive, don't you think?
7th win, I thought.
7th win, yeah.
7th win, 10th Super Bowl. He lost 3, all to 2 to the Giants and 1 to the Eagles.
I thought it was great. I thought it was the Tom Brady Gronk show at the beginning of it.
Yeah, hey. I knew something was wrong with me when Gronk cut that ball and scored the touchdown, and I cheered. Like, I went, yeah! And I was like, what's going on? Because I didn't really care. But then I'm kind of still pissed at, who did I explain it to somebody? That Gronk and Brady have been a pain in my ass for 20 years, apparently, or almost 20 years, playing the Bills, beating them all the time. And now Travis Kelce is the new Gronk. Like, I don't hate Gronk anymore, and I don't hate Tom Brady anymore. So,
this is the first time ever I was excited about Tom Brady winning. I was happy for him.
Yeah, me too. I was really happy for him. Happier than Patrick Mahomes' wife, who Randy Mahomes, who went all nuts on Twitter. Did you see any of that?
No. What did she do?
Oh my God, she's the typical football wife, the blonde wife that always is meddlesome, and plus she's a millennial, which means she's on Twitter. So she's clapping back at ESPN for showing downtrodden pictures of Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, he was upset during the game.
Yeah,
it wasn't his fault. I mean, he tried. If he's the only one on that team that looked like he was trying. The defense didn't do a good job. Their offensive line had him scrambling all the time. But when you can fall over and throw a 30-yard pass, sidearm pass.
That was awesome.
Yeah, it was. It was amazing. But his team wasn't there for him. But she wrote, if you have the ref on your team, is that really winning? LOL.
Oh, shut up.
And this was Randy Mahomes clapping back at Gisele Bündchen. And then she started shooting shit with ESPN. Love our Chiefs. Heartbroken to see how ESPN SportsCenter tried making fun of my son. But I know.
Oh my God!
Just give me a break.
They got outplayed.
They did.
Tampa Bay's defense won that as much as Tom Brady won it.
More.
Yeah, JPP.
More.
They were. Yeah.
Jason Pierre-Paul. You're right. It was the defense should have gotten the MVP.
I thought so too.
I don't know if they can do that, but I mean, Jesus, they sacked Mahomes 3 times.
Yeah, they crushed him. And don't you think it's just so wuss how, when what's-his-face, when he did the 2 to the guy, that they called him for taunting?
Yeah, and that's that guy's...
That's so stupid.
That was Honey Badger? Or was Honey Badger the one that was yelling shit at Brady and then Brady told him to fuck off or something?
I can't remember what his name was, but I just thought that was so lame.
Yeah.
He did a 2 to him. Are you serious? Come on. It's not like it was that couple in Scranton last week that taunted that guy until he killed him in their driveway.
Oh my God, I saw that story. But
it's like, they're like, what are you gonna do, you fuck? Wham.
But the whole coverage of the weekend started out bizarre too. There was a CNN reporter in Ybor City the night before. She had 2 masks on. She had the one you get at Walgreens, the paper one, and then she had the one that CNN issues, or the thick one. So she's doing her the virtual signaling thing for CNN viewers, just to make sure that everybody got the memo. We're all wearing 2 now. So she's in this bar, an outdoor bar. Nobody's wearing masks. Everybody's drinking. And she's basically going, I called the police and asked them what they're going to do because they're not supposed to do this. And I don't think it's right. And oh my God. But everybody was young and everybody was having fun. So we'll see what happens. But, they really want to sell that fear and tattletale on you for not doing what you're told to do.
I noticed that you didn't really want to talk about the ads, and most of the ads were some sad-ass, sappy crap.
Well, I didn't say I didn't want to talk about them. We will talk about
healthcare workers.
But
COVID.
Well, speaking
Racism.
yes. Oh, we're gonna lose all of our voices. And the two things they opened with that poem. It would have been nice if the poem had been about the football game, or maybe the people who are on those teams. You know, Patrick Mahomes. He has a story. His father was a professional baseball player. There's a story there. You didn't have to mention his stupid wife. And then Tom Brady. It's his 10th. Anyway, whatever. I mean, she's whatever. I'm not hating on the poet. I'm just saying that it should have been involved. It should have been about the game. So then, they salute all these heroes, and they have one of those healthcare workers come out for the coin toss, right? Did you see that?
Mhm.
Yeah.
She's wearing a mask, but the referees aren't, and none of the players are, and they're all standing around her within 6 feet.
A lady referee was wearing a mask.
Not during the coin toss, was she?
No, she wasn't out there during the coin toss.
Right. There was only one referee and he wasn't wearing a mask, and neither were the players. But they wore it throughout the game. I'm just talking about right at that specific point. I just thought that was kind of stupid.
It is stupid. The coaches are wearing masks, but then the players aren't wearing masks beside them. It doesn't make any sense.
Right. And then at the end, Tom Brady, he's not with them. They're all hugging each other and yeah. But then people get mad, but they're also all tested. They're all tested. They were all season long. They're tested.
Not to mention, I don't care what they say. They've all been vaccinated. They got money.
Yeah, they do. A couple of more observations before we talk about the commercials. It seems if nobody likes Phil Simms. Did you notice that? Anytime he was talking, they cut him off.
They kept cutting him off.
Yeah, and he's just sitting there pouting. I think at one point JB said something to him like, "We don't hate you, Phil."
He's like, we're never going to cut you off, Phil.
Yeah, they cut him off every time he spoke.
Hey, say what you will, but Phil Simms scored as many points in this Super Bowl as Mahomes did.
Yeah.
Hey, but no, for real, guys. That last time they put Mahomes on his ass, he had just a few minutes to go, right?
Right.
The look on his face when the camera went, the look on his face was like, these motherfuckers are really not going to let me score a fucking touchdown. That was the look on his face, like, I can't fucking believe this.
I've been looking all day and haven't seen any reaction, but I wonder if Belichick has said anything yet. Probably not, but I'd love that he's seething at home.
Just think people underestimated how bad Brady wanted this.
He knows he fucked up, Belichick.
Yeah. What were you going to say, Dustin?
No, I just noticed that Portnoy, huge Patriots.
Yeah,
fan,
yeah. From
he was talking about how it just felt sad, watching him win one. He goes, "I thought I'd be happy for him, but it just makes me sad." And it's like I got a feeling that's probably what a lot of the Patriots feel, or Patriots fans.
Well, there's no guarantee that they would have made it this year if they were in the AFC. They could have lost. It's a different system, different coach. I love the coach of Tampa Bay. What was he, an analyst on CBS last year? And his mother, his 94-year-old mother, who was in the crowd, convinced him to go back into coaching.
Yeah, and then good old Byron Leftwich used to play for the Jaguars back in the day.
Right.
Leftwich, he kind of went around the horn. He was like a quarterback for everybody for a while, and now he's really found his footing. Yeah.
I thought it was a blowout, really, but I thought it was a good game. It was fun to watch. Commercials were silly. We'll get to it in a second. I love Tony Romo doing the Super Bowl, and it was nice to not have to hear those two douchebags from Fox for 3.5 hours.
Totally.
Anytime you get a break from Joe Buck and what's his face from the Dallas Cowboys, Troy Aikman, it's nice to get a break from them covering football.
Yeah, there's nothing there. It's just like two poles talking to each other in a field.
Two Polacks? You can say Polacks.
I meant like wooden poles, Tim.
Oh, yeah, okay.
To be like that.
That's okay. I mean, what are the Poles going to do? Are we going to get canceled because we made fun of Polish people? I don't think so.
I said only in Detroit. There's so many of them there.
Oh, Jeff and I grew up around so many Poles. Everybody's last name was Ski, right, Jeff? Lots of skis.
Bunch of them.
Yeah. So many skis. It was like we grew up in a lodge.
Check.
All right. So we were told by the powers that be that we had to give you our 3 favorite commercials from the Super Bowl. And before we do that, I'll tell you a couple that I didn't like. Oat milk. Did everybody hate the oat milk commercial as much as I did?
I didn't. I was ambivalent about it.
Yeah, I think I'd rather drink oat milk than see that again. And oat milk is good. Like the first bowl of or first bite of cereal with oat milk or the first sip are good, but then you just taste oatmeal for the rest of the week.
I don't like oat milk so much. I like almond milk.
Almond milk's better because it doesn't have an aftertaste.
Right.
And soy milk I don't drink because I don't want to grow tits. And the commercial that confused me the most was the Cadillac ad with Timothy Chalamet. How do you say his name? Chalamet.
That's one of my top 3.
Yeah, I agree,
was
Jeff.
mine
I
too.
loved that one.
But okay, so he's their kid. I guess Johnny Depp's Edward Scissorhands is dead or in jail for beating up Amber Heard. But
No, he's still up in the castle.
how did she give birth to a baby with scissor hands without destroying her fetus?
They come out of
Syrian.
Without destroying her tubes?
They come out of those kindergarten scissors with the little plastic.
Well,
Guards
nubbed
on.
in.
Little sharp metal tearing at the very delicate area. Maybe he gave himself a C-section.
That's what I think.
He crawled out like alien.
Yeah, she looks like Cthulhu down there.
Oh, God. That's my only question about it. Jeff, if you want to go first.
Yeah, that was one of my top 3. The Edgar Scissorhands for Cadillac.
Mm-hmm.
I like the Jason Alexander hoodie.
I don't think he had enough makeup on.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
Yeah.
look, he does look like he's had some work done or something.
Well, the makeup in the makeup that Wayne's World guys that Wayne and Garth were wearing, they had more makeup on than Cardi B.
Yeah, you
Poor
couldn't
Wayne.
even see Mike. You couldn't even see his eyes. They were just almost painted completely shut.
It was like he was wearing a Mike Myers mask.
Yeah, but it was a Michael Myers mask.
Yeah.
That was the problem.
Painted to
Why
look
does it
like-
happen to you when you're in your 50s? You start getting that sheen. It's like a
Well, he had
stretch
makeup.
out and then you get that gloss. But even without it, it's like when you're in your mid 50s to late 50s, you start getting that stretch.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I imagine he gets Botox. I'm not going to have that stretch. I'm going to have the sag. I'm already getting the sag.
Michael B. Jordan for Alexa.
That was a cool commercial.
Yeah. Where the husband was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, yeah. It was funny.
Yeah.
That one made my top 3. Also, I liked the Rocket Mortgage Tracy Morgan commercials.
Yeah,
I thought,
those were funny too.
and I actually spoke about it on Twitter, and then Rocket Mortgage started trolling me. Hey, let's be positive, because I also in the same tweet complained about the oat milk ad.
Mm.
And then the other thing I liked some people didn't like these, but I liked the Paramount Plus.
Yeah, with Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah, when they were going crack, big crack, crack.
I just hate it because it's another fucking streaming service, and I'm not going to fucking pay for it.
No, but eventually they're going to have to bundle everything. You're going to have to bundle it like cable.
Yeah.
Well, that's what they're doing with this. They've almost bundled all the bundle. This Paramount's going to combine CBS All Access and a few others as well. So it's kind of like they're all starting to consolidate into bigger apps.
Was it Disney, ESPN, Disney Plus, ESP, or Disney Plus, Hulu, and then there's one other one that are bundled.
ESPN.
Yeah, they're bundled together. So then you get everything, and you don't have to worry about DirecTV not carrying your local network stations.
I like the Jason Alexander hoodie one was one of mine. Also the Edgar Scissorhands, but my third was the Reddit 5-second
Yeah.
commercial, which I thought was cool. I thought I thought it was going to be more when it popped up, and I was like, I'm going to have to read that later, because it was like 5 seconds. They just popped it up on the screen, and that was it. And that was pretty cool. And then I actually got to read it this morning. And it was pretty much they were just coasting off that GameStop debacle, where we figured out that we could get together and cause change. So we decided we could get together and spend all of our advertising for the entire year on a 5-second spot at the Super Bowl.
I got a nice plug for Superb Owls, though. The subreddit about owls.
Yeah.
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 But that was my 3. A few of them were just like you were saying, Steph, they were just ridiculously pulling at heartstrings that I think have been pulled so and stretched so much over the last year that they really didn't have the effect that they hoped they'd have.
Middle of Kansas and picking up the dirt. Middle of
Oh,
Kansas.
God.
That one was so ponderously stupid.
I was just waiting for a bunch of Clydesdales wearing masks to be pulling a beer truck.
Yeah. Well, they didn't do it right.
Nah, they only did Bud Light.
Yeah,
I liked all the ones you guys had. The only one that I would say is, what was the one where the lemons were falling from the sky and cracking everybody in their skulls?
The
That was for the Bud Light lemon. Yeah.
That's a seltzer. Yeah.
I like that one.
I like Dolly Parton, but I didn't know what it was for.
What was it for?
It was 5 to 9, so she re-recorded it, but I have no idea what the product was.
You know, Dolly for the first time to me sounded like an 80-year-old woman singing.
She did, yeah.
She's lost her strength in her voice, but
Aww.
I mean, hey, more power to her. I mean, she gets up every day at this point, does what she does on a regular basis. I mean, she's a monster.
Don't you be hating on Dolly Parton. You know what happens to people that hate on Dolly Parton? They
So
lose
you guys
their
didn't-
job on
do you like-
Squidbillies.
Did you like The Weeknd? I liked it.
I had a good weekend, yeah.
I'm a fan of his, so I enjoyed it. I thought it was good.
I'm not a fan, nor am I a hater. I some of those songs that I Can't Feel My Face When I'm With You, or whatever that song is. I like that song.
It's about
But
cocaine.
I didn't really. I went outside. I didn't.
It was
care.
all
Did
right.
good for you. I enjoyed it. I thought it was good.
I didn't understand why people were wearing jock straps on their face.
That's like a whole art thing he's been doing for the last year. It's this avant-garde art thing he's been doing. So he started out with blood on his face earlier in the year. Then he'd show up at shit with like a bandage, then more, and it looked like he'd been in a car accident. And then this last video that he put out, it's his whole face is like he's been, you know how all the celebrities do that shit to their face?
Yeah.
That's what his face is in this video.
Okay.
And it caused like a whole stir because whenever people saw pics of it, they were like, what the frig did he do to his face?
Damn.
But it was just for the video.
Well, at least he wasn't wearing a satanic Baphomet dress like Beyonce was. You know, the goat. Did you remember that? All the goat
Right.
symbology.
Yeah, the only goat I saw was Tom Brady.
Hell yeah, Tom Brady. Woo! It's pretty exciting. I never in my life thought I'd be rooting for Tom Brady or Gronk or Antonio Brown, which, you know what, not even a year ago, he was throwing gummies at people. Wasn't he? And freaking out?
Yeah, but that's just what he brings to the team. A cohesion, professionalism. Everybody levels up.
Yeah. And then last but not least, they said, Tom, is this it for you? He goes, no, we'll be back next year. So, one more to go. Maybe he'll win another.
Shit. He just might.
Well, as long as he's not playing the Bills, who cares?
I think the Bills would have beat him.
I do too. I really do. And you know, just getting back to it real quick, the Chiefs got called a lot for defensive holding, which they've done all season long and not been called for.
Right.
So people were saying, oh, the refs are stealing it. They weren't stealing it. They're just finally getting called.
I didn't see any bad calls, honestly.
Mm-mm.
No, I didn't either.
I didn't see any bad calls either.
Were you watching the Super Bowl, RBT?
Yes, I got an iPhone watch, and I watched. What are they called? And I something. I got an iWatch. I watched it on the phone on my watch here. It's like I was looking at it and I was watching all night long. And then when they showed the commercials last time, because I don't like, I'm sick of it. Okay, I'm sick of all the, everybody's got to do this and everybody's got to do that. And look, I don't have to wear a mask because I'm a troll. And trolls are immune to these diseases that you guys spread all over the place because you eat bats. So I look, it's anyway. I don't want to get political because that's not what the show is. But I'm just saying that anyhow, yeah. Because I have a big TV in there, but I'm always got to stop and give somebody the stupid movies that they want. Oh, so I guess you never saw Iron Eagle 2? Oh.
I didn't know they had the classics in the Redbox.
Oh, there's sometimes movies that nobody cares about. It's you got to scroll down to the bottom and hit it. Dirty Dancing 2. You ever see that?
Oh no, I didn't even know that existed.
Yes, yes, it was Lambada. Yeah, that's why you didn't see it because you don't like any culture but your own. Who only likes to watch movies about 50s Jewish families hooking up with Goyim who bang everybody and need money for abortion?
Only if they're space lasers.
I don't think
Benicio del Toro in that.
Benicio del Toro lives in the space laser. He works for the Rothschilds.
It's the Latinos have space lasers too.
Oh, he just works for them.
Oh, okay.
He might be a Cuban Jew. Like Jose Ferrar. Miguel Ferrar.
R.I.P.
Yeah, rest in peace. I don't want to go off on this. This is kind of crazy. So let's play Rad Libs. And I call this one TV tie-in. Special TV tie-in. Woo! So let's get started. Let's see. Dustin, give me an adjective.
Fuzzy.
Stephanie, a women's accessory.
A headband.
Okay, Jeff, an adjective.
Mysterious.
Ooh, it's getting great. Dustin, article of clothing.
A smock.
A smock. I had a smock when I was in elementary school. Because you wore a smock.
It was just like one of your dad's shirts that you turned backwards.
That's right.
Yeah.
You turn it backwards. It's usually flannel, and you get all your temper paints on it, and your mom washes it, and it gets in everything else. And then you go back to school with a note that says, "My son's not allowed to paint anymore." Where were we? Smock. Stephanie, insult.
Dipshit.
Dipshit. Jeff, past tense verbs.
Fucked.
That's a bad word. Dustin, adjective.
Crazy.
Crazy. Stephanie, noun.
Asia.
Ooh. Jeff, body part.
Spleen.
Speaking of Asia, you know what? Look here. I like that.
You watched the Forge and Fire in the box?
I wish I could lift a hammer. I'd start making knives and stabbing people in Kroger at me.
You could probably sharpen one of those DVDs into a nice edge.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I could. I could sharpen it on my nub since it's sandy. Where were we? Who went last? Oh, body part. Dustin, number.
19.
You know, that was the average age of a soldier in Vietnam. None of them received a hero's welcome. Remember that song by Paul Hardcastle?
Yep.
Yep.
And then a 19.
Dance Master?
19. No, 19. Stephanie, color.
Purple.
Purple rain. That's in the Redbox. You can come rent that. I only watched the part where Vanity's nude. Jeff, public worker job title.
Janitor.
Yeah. Dustin, noun.
Wheelchair.
Oh, that's a very proper noun. Stephanie, adverb.
Neighborly.
Oh, that's nice. Jeff, verb.
Punch.
Oh, we're getting violent here. Dustin, give me the name of a United States state.
Mississippi.
Mississippi, MISSI, SSI, PPI. Stephanie, relative.
Step cousin.
I had a step cousin.
What happened?
I don't want to get into it. I'm still dealing with a lot of feelings I have from that time. It was improper, but he's apologized. But I don't know if I'll ever forgive him.
I'm stuck in the washer, step cousin.
Well, there was a washer involved. See, he works in a vending machine. And it was one of those 1970s vending machines you could drop a washer in. I don't want to get into it. Jeff, something mind.
Boogers.
Wow, those are hard to find sometimes. Dustin, descriptive verb.
Grow.
Like my nub. Stephanie, noun, body part.
How about an elbow?
Oh, elbow. Jeff, group of people.
Troop of Boy Scouts.
See, that reminds me of my cousin. He had his merit back. Never mind. Dustin, adjective.
Bright.
Stephanie, adjective.
Adjective?
I don't know. Just say something.
Oh, yeah. Belligerent.
Belligerent. There was a belligerent Boy Scout troop that I went camping with one time. And they found so many uses for sticks you never thought you'd see. Jeff, now.
Dildo.
Exactly. See? The sticks, the Boy Scouts, the camping trip, it's all fuzzy memory. Dustin, type of vehicle.
Ice cream truck.
Suman, this is really triggering me. My step-cousin's dad drove an ice cream truck. Stephanie, verb.
Bend.
Hey, he would bend us over in the back of the ice cream truck. Government agency, please.
IRS.
And he never paid his taxes, so the IRS man came by and he made us service them. So, are you guys ready for the TV tie-in Rad Libs?
Yep.
Sure.
Let's see if I can do this voice. You'll just have to suspend disbelief. You know what you look like to me with your good bag and your mysterious shoes? Let me grab my phone so I can actually read the things that you guys told me. Clarice. By the way, tune in to CBS and watch Clarice. You know what you look like to me with your fuzzy headband and your mysterious smock? You look like a dipshit, a well-fucked, hustling dipshit with a little taste. Sure, crazy Asia has given you some length of spleen, but you're not more than 19 generations from poor purple trash, are you, janitor darling? That wheelchair you're trying so neighborly to punch, pure Mississippi. What was your step-cousin, dear? Was he a booger miner? Did he grow out of the elbow? Or oh, how quickly those Boy Scouts found you. All those bright belligerent dildos in the back seats of ice cream trucks. While you could only dream of bending out, bending anywhere, getting all the way to the IRS. There you go.
That was
Hannibal
pretty
Lecter
good.
forgot to
That's
pay
the
his
best one
taxes.
yet.
What, Jeff?
Hannibal Lecter forgot to pay his taxes.
Tax collector once tried to tax me. Oh, that one ended up being pretty funny. My favorite part was your step cousin Dave was he a booger miner. I will start first since mine is the least of the lists. WandaVision, of course, I thought was a freaking excellent episode. I enjoyed it. The surprise ending was spoiled for me on Twitter, so it wasn't a surprise. So
Yeah, same.
is that the big reveal? Is that the big Luke Skywalker moment?
No, I don't think so. Not yet.
All right.
I think the it's going to be a little later
Mm.
with
When
the big reveal.
When Wolverine shows up.
Yep, pretty much.
Wolverine, he ain't gonna show up. I finished season 3 of The Expanse, which I couldn't stop watching because that season was better than the first 2, which were good. And man, that show, wow.
Yeah, so good. That season 3 was the last one on Sci-Fi, so I think they maybe got some more money.
Oh,
on
okay.
Amazon. So
that was on Sci-Fi. They say fuck and everything.
yeah,
You see a dick on one episode, like a big space dick.
yep.
And I love it when what's his face comes back. Christian? No, his name isn't Christian.
The guy from Hung.
Yeah, when he comes back and he's
Thomas Jane.
Yeah, Thomas Jane comes back and he's the investigator and he doesn't really know what he is. And he's just anyway, it's a cool show. Let's see, watched the first episode of Letterkenny and laughed my ass off. So I'm into that. I'm gonna keep watching it.
You'll blow through every season once you start.
Yeah, and they're all short.
Yeah.
And just I watched a bunch of like last week. Steph saying I did the same thing that she did. I watched a bunch of Pluto TV and watched an episode of Love Boat. Well, Isaac had a problem.
So rare for
that
Isaac to
episode.
have a problem.
Found out that Gopher was an anti-Semite racist. Ku Klux Klan, and then he that's how you know that guy became. No, I'm kidding. I don't think Gopher was in the Ku Klux.
Broke one of his pointing fingers.
Yeah, Fred Gandy. Oh yeah, hey. I watch my show with Caitlin. We really enjoy Below Deck, and I don't really have a stat pick, so
I'll go. I'm quick.
Okay.
A little quick one. And this is because Jeff recommended it. The Head. So good.
I added that to my queue.
So good. We watched the first 2 episodes, and Neil has like much better. I don't know. He's got more self-control. I wanted to watch all of them. He was like, "No, we're not going to blow our load. We're going to stretch this out. This is a good ass show, and there's hardly anything good. So no, we're going to watch 2, and then we'll watch 1 like the next day." So I'm really into it. It is totally like The Thing. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
And I
it's
watched
like dark too, a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's got the guy you like, Tim, from the Strain, the German officer guy that was.
Oh, I love that guy.
Ed Nazi guy.
Yeah.
And also, he was also, didn't the Bear Jew beat the shit out of him in Inglourious Bastards?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the same, yeah. That same guy.
Yeah, all the actors are superb owl. They are all good. And I watched that movie Bliss.
Any good?
Eh.
Eh.
Yeah, it's just like Owen Wilson. It's the same. Oh, it's
Wow.
wow. It's wow.
Likes having me around.
Wow. Yeah, it was whatever. It was not bad. It wasn't good. It was just blah, whatever.
Wow,
And
he's really got it big. Wow.
wow. And I'm still watching it now. It's so sad. Is the framing of Britney Spears.
I saw that. I want to watch it. It's good.
It is sad. Yes. And when you really, we were always just on the other lens of this, seeing it all play out in the news and whatever. And when you see it all laid out in the timeline of the way they just tore her apart.
Yeah. She was.
They really did. They tore her the fuck apart. And she really is a sweet girl.
Yeah, she just has problems, right?
She's got problems. I mean, and who wouldn't? And her dad is like a piece of garbage who has taken control of her life and her money, and she's trying desperately to get it back.
Well, don't they have her in a conservancy though? So they have her under some sort of order of protection because she will be fruitless and waste her money.
That's what they say. But the sister Jamie, she's trying to get the money. She's trying to get her conservatorship, as far as I know. I'm halfway through it right now, but it's anyway, it's pretty good. So I would highly recommend it.
What channel's that on?
It's on Hulu.
Okay.
But it's one of those New York Times, how the New York Times are doing those special episodes?
Right.
It's one of those. So it's really good. And my staff pick is going to be on Netflix on February 10th. It's Crime Scene, The Vanishing at the Cecil Hotel.
Ooh.
I just saw the trailer for this. It just came out today, and it looks really good.
It does. It's a 4-part documentary, and if you know anything about the Cecil Hotel, it's so much lore in LA. It's kind of a dive hotel, but it's like the last place the Black Dahlia stayed. It's Richard Ramirez stayed there. I mean, he was known to, after he killed people, go through the halls naked, covered in blood, and I mean, they call it Hotel Death.
Army Hammer has a suite there.
Army Hammer's cooking up ribs in
By the way,
Suite 206.
The girl who said that about his ribs, I listened to clips of her and another. Have you guys heard of this phenomenon, a dirtbag left?
Mm-mm.
The dirtbag left are these young millennials and Gen Zers who are doing podcasts, and all the women just kind of like they talk like this, and they talk and all that. So they're doing a show together. This one girl is interviewing that girl, and she's like, when he came up to me at a party, and I was going to hook up with him, and went back to his room, and he said, "You're going to call me daddy." And I said, "Well, how did you know that I would approve of that?" And he's like, "Well, you have that look." And I'm like, yeah. And okay, whatever about this guy. He's probably a creep. But I just don't understand where this all comes from and why. Anyway, I'm not going to get into it, but it was just weird, the Army Hammer, these people. Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say it is intriguing, and the fact that we don't even know the rest of the story yet. They're saying that the movies, the certain pictures that he's doing right now are dropping him in lieu of what is about to drop on his ass.
Okay, so maybe something real big's coming out.
That's what they're saying. There's more about to come out, and they're dropping him before it comes out.
But sometimes, and look, okay, Army Hammer can go away, but if you look at Aziz Ansari, that guy has not recovered his career, has he?
He's going to do another season of Master of None, but he's waiting for the pandemic to be over.
Okay, but what he didn't do anything. That was a girl who was uncomfortable being with a dorky guy.
Yeah.
And
Aziz never said that he wanted to cut her ribs out and boil them and eat them.
no, he didn't whip his dick out and start jacking off either, like Louis C.K. You know, I mean, I thought that story with Aziz was a little weird.
Yeah.
That was just like, I didn't really like him, so I want some fame.
Yeah, he's a bad date. I mean, what do you want?
Right. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
No, but that was it. So
I was going to ask, is this the inspiration for that American Horror Story season?
it is the inspiration for that. And the main focus of this is that viral video that came out in 2013 where the girl is getting on she's on the elevator. Yeah. And it's
the water tank.
Yeah, exactly. They find her body in the water tank, but the whole elevator scene is super creepy. And it's like she's looking at somebody, the door opens and there's nobody there, and it just stays open. And then they find her body in the water tank upstairs. And for weeks, people in the Cecil Hotel were drinking contaminated water with this dead body floating in it. Yeah.
Army Hammer especially.
Yeah.
He signed up for it. So anyway, it looks really interesting from what I've read. It's the same guy that did the Ted Bundy tapes, so it's well done. So it should be pretty interesting.
You think Army Hammer keeps baking soda in his living room so you can't smell the bodies?
I think he wants to smell it.
I watched WandaVision. Yeah, that was interesting. That last scene when he popped up. I mean, that it broaches so much.
Speaking of American Horror Story, right?
Yeah, he's an alum from there for sure. But yeah, it was kind of interesting how I think it stated in the show that she can't bring things back from the dead. As far as
them from alternate universes, right?
But she can pull them in. Yeah, if there's another one available in another parallel universe, or a multiverse, part of the multiverse, she can pull them in. And it looks like she's in control of him too, within that bubble. Because I'm sure he doesn't know what he's doing. But that definitely kicks the door open for at least the Doctor Strange. It just kind of start making a little more sense as to which direction they're going.
So after Doctor Strange, do you think it's going to be the Superman or Spider-Man multiverse movie? Because you got Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and the other guy here, and they're shooting a Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, right. I think that's going to be. I think that's going to be their whole thing. I think they saw that Into the Spider-Verse was a hit, the animated movie, and they were like, "Oh, if that could be done with the with the live action movies, that would be great." And that was, I think, people kind of chipped away at that rumor, and I think it was a little more than rumor. Now, that seems to be a great way to start it with this hex that she started. And bring in Doctor Strange, who can manipulate those things, and use them, to travel and move things back and forth. And then at the same time, I think that will all roll into one storyline. I think the multiverse with Doctor Strange, the Spider-Man movie, and the ending of this series with WandaVision, I think is just going to be able to roll in, and that's going to be the opening of Phase 4, with Sword and bring everything in from space. And
for Spider-Man, it might end up being the way they get permanently Miles Morales to be Spider-Man and have his own films and stuff. I think that's cool. And then you can get rid of the Peter Parker and move on.
Right. Yeah. That way we don't have to live through 5 more iterations of Uncle Ben.
Yeah, dying. With great power comes great responsibility.
How many more times did this old man die on the street, for God's sakes?
Yeah. Although Aunt May keeps getting hotter with
every actress, yeah.
I said that Marissa Tomei.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I watched that King of Staten Island, by the way. I forgot to mention that.
Was that good?
Yeah.
It's all right. It's better. The back half of it's better than the first half of it, I think. It's better when he's not trying to be all funny and shecky. It's better when it's more of a drama.
Bill Burr was great.
Yeah, Bill Burr was good. But yeah, Marissa Tomei, she plays his mom.
Yeah.
Hot.
Oh, okay.
She's hot. She's like, what, almost 60. Hot.
Nice.
Let's see. Also watch The Head. That was a great recommendation, Jeff. And I
Jeff's
like
always
how
recommending good head.
he knows where the best head is.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think it's cool how they've mixed, the American actors with Swedish and Norwegian actors and German actors. So you're getting them. I mean, some of it you've got to read, but besides that, it really kind of creates another dynamic with everybody being on the same station in Antarctica. Which the thing didn't have. You just had a bunch of Americans running around being Americans, but with this,
It was great that they were all watching the thing at the beginning.
Thing,
that's the tradition.
the
all the
tradition
different
they
stations.
do when they start the winter.
Loved it.
Yeah, and there's a few other references to it too that creep up. But that's a great show. I'm like I said, I'm on 3 now, so I think what is there 6 of them?
Yeah, there's 6.
Yeah, so I'm like halfway through.
Did you get through all of them, Jeff?
Yeah, I watched all of them.
Nice.
Cool. The Stand, up and watched the penultimate episode. So, just like all the penultimate episodes of The Stand, we got through Vegas, and now this last episode will be, Tom Cullen and Stu making it back,
Right.
but it'll also bring in Stephen King's new written ending that he wrote for this.
But
So it's
I was
supposed to be
wondering.
different.
Well, I thought something was going to be different with the Vegas, the end of Vegas, but
Well, it was very similar, but they didn't actually have the hand of God physically, like they had in the miniseries. But that was strange. I didn't really care for how that happened at the end. That was, the bomb would have been enough
right.
without all that.
Without the all lightning and shit.
Yeah, it was more like it was like a scene from War of the Worlds, like where the lightning was just stripping people and it was just turning them to powder. I mean that and the whole. I didn't really care for Trash Can Man's. I didn't care for him in that character at all. I mean, there was nothing about that was good.
Did he blow a guy in the series?
That would have made it better.
That's in the book.
I would have paid to see that.
Creepy as fuck in the book. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, they also and for good reason. Now, I guess looking back, Marilyn Manson was supposed to play the kid, and so they omitted the kid's character from it altogether. So I guess they skated by on that one without even knowing it. And let's see. Also, I watched the first 2 episodes of Resident Alien on Sci-Fi with Alan.
Good.
I've been enjoying it.
It's fun. I mean, I love him.
It's a lot darker than I expected it to be too.
Yeah. I didn't think I thought it would be a lot more lighthearted just with him and sci-fi. But yeah, it's getting a little darker. But I like his dark. I love the dark humor. I love the way that he's just looking to kill the entire world no matter what.
Is it the first season or the second? I thought it was like the second season. I'd missed a first season.
No, this is the first season. And
okay.
There's only 2 episodes out so far, so you can catch up.
Oh, okay.
Kevin Spacey?
No, but I don't really care for is it the sheriff?
Yeah.
Guy? He's an ass.
Who is it?
I've never seen him in anything.
He's kind of like a cross between Eddie Murphy's boss from Detroit in Beverly Hills Cop and Tony Todd, maybe.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, that's a great example of who he acts like, but more like the Beverly Hills Cop.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got that attitude, and but it's really good. I'm looking forward to how it turns out. Also, I've watched 3 or 4 more Star Trek Discovery. I'm really enjoying it. I haven't really enjoyed a Star Trek season in a decade or more, and I'm really kind of getting into that. And I understand.
Wait till you get to the Captain Pike season. That's the best so far.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of. I try to avoid now because now that I've started watching it, it pops up on everything, and Red Letter Media's got a ton of stuff on it, so I'm trying to avoid seeing any of those spoilers.
I like watching all the takedown videos.
The
I didn't
Black
like Picard.
Spine. Yeah, I tried watching one of Picard, and it seemed like a commercial for an antidepressant. So yeah, I couldn't get past one of those. And my staff pick is, I brought it up a couple of weeks ago, Red Dot It comes out. It's the Swedish film about the two people that are stranded in the wilderness, and someone's scoping them with a laser scope. And that comes out on the end of the week on the 11th.
Cool.
On Netflix.
Did any of you guys watch In and of Itself?
I meant to, Jeff. I'm so sorry. I really didn't mean
recommend
to
it.
watch it. You got me on the head.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Love
was
the
me. I
head.
was
Love the
prepared to
head.
watch it, and then I started watching the head, and I didn't watch the other.
Yeah.
Go and watch it though. Put it in.
I
Put it
will
in
watch
your-
it.
And I'm watching it hopefully by Thursday, but I'm going to try.
And that's
I haven't.
truly, that's my favorite genre of probably television and movie is sci-fi horror. So anytime I find a good
Yeah,
one,
when I started watching, I was like, Steph's gonna fucking love this, so I figured I had to text you guys.
I watched the trailer at least and put it in my queue because the trailer looked awesome. So I'm going
you'll
to
love it. You'll love it, Tim.
head.
I watched all of Flack based on Steph's recommendation.
What'd you think?
Yeah, I liked it. It was fun.
Yeah. It's pretty dark.
Yeah. Army Hammer
Roberta Flack.
Army Hammer should hire them.
Yeah, right. How about the episode with Bradley Whitford?
Yeah, Bradley Whitford was a creep.
Oh my God, that was so bad.
Yeah. Watched that Fast Foodies, which I recommended last week on True TV.
Was it good?
It's okay. This first episode, they had Joel McHale,
Mm-hmm.
and what were they? Oh, they were making Chicago style hot dogs, so they had to try and replicate like the perfect Chicago style hot dog.
Okay.
Then after that, then they could make their own play on it because they're chefs. You know, they don't want to replicate food that's already out there. They want to do their own thing on it. So it's pretty cool. See what they come up with. I enjoyed the first one. It's on True TV, and Impractical Jokers was on right before it, so that helped. New season of Impractical Jokers started this last week. And what else did I watch? I watched all the Head. I won't ruin any of it for you. And
Good.
Don't ruin the head, Jeff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't ruin the head.
Use
Oh, my
left
God.
feet.
my staff pick
Age and marriage has already ruined it.
Yeah.
my staff pick is Steph talked about this a little before. Willy's Wonderland, that new Nick Cage movie where he's like the janitor fighting all the animatronic robots and stuff. That comes out on video on demand on Friday.
That looks cool. That looks cool.
Yeah, that does look
Yeah.
cool. What about that other Nick Cage
Wow.
movie that's coming out where he plays himself?
Yeah, that looks good too.
And somebody's obsessed with like all of the characters that he's played.
Whoa.
So it's
That's pretty tripped out.
like a Being John Malkovich, but a Nick Cage version.
Right.
I think I'd rather be Nick Cage. He has better hair.
Yeah,
you
he
guys-
looks good.
You guys watch In and of Itself before Thursday so we can talk about it some.
I'm gonna do my best.
Speaking of Thursday's show, so yeah, we're gonna play Danger Zone again. Danger Zone, real quick. I read up to 3 to 4 lines. So I'm actually gonna sing them, so it's easier.
Yeah.
From an '80s soundtrack hit, and you guess it. And the winner gets T-shirt, and the second winner gets stickers. So we'll be doing that this Thursday, and hopefully we'll all watch In and of Itself by then, so we can talk about it.
Are we gonna do my bonus song that I sent you the last time?
Yes, if you send it to me again,
All right.
so you can remind me about that. Oh, I
All
wanted to say Gus Turner. You said he had a staff pick.
Yeah. Let's see. He's always pulling up some really cool movies. Me and him have a very similar niche with this dark horror stuff. He picked The Dark and the Wicked. It's from 2020. It's it sees Brian Bertino return to form. He says it's made
Brian Boitano?
Not Brian Boitano. Brian Bertino.
Oh, okay.
That's what I thought too when I first saw it. He's made a couple of movies since his home run debut with he's the same guy that done The Strangers.
Okay.
Yeah, and so I mean, this is he says it's very heavily influenced by Prince of Darkness, John Carpenter's Prince of Darkness. So we'll see. It's on Hulu right now, VOD. But like most things on the VOD, give it about 4 to 6 weeks, and it'll be on regular.
My friend that I grew up with not grew up with, but friends with in Michigan, a couple of weeks ago, she texted me about this movie. She's like, hey, dude, I know you like fucking scary shit. This movie scared the crap out of me. So I definitely want to see it.
The Dark and the Wicked.
All right. Thank you, Gus Turner.
I forgot to mention, I'm also watching that Space Sweepers on Netflix.
What's that?
Korean sci-fi.
Oh.
It's pretty good. It's number 1 on Netflix this week, so that's why I was checking it out.
Oh, I thought it was about janitors.
No, they like clear space debris, and like Earth is like post-apocalyptic or whatever, and they're trying to move to Mars. All kinds of shit going on. It's pretty good so far. I'm only halfway into it.
I'll check that. There's so much TV. I wish I had more time. Real quick, where did you get him and how can people support him?
BarkvilleDogRescue.org. You can help dogs like Tommy friggin' Otto.
Listen to him.
He was living outside in That's why he ain't got the social skills. He acts like a fool. And anyway, Tommy, ow, you fucker, ow. Anyway,
damn.
He's super
Kicking your ass.
sweet. He's super
Really?
sweet. Until he's got to go potty. Now he needs to go outside. That's why he's snipping. But anyway, BarkvilleDogRescue.org. This is what we do: is we get little sons of bitches like this puppy, and we get them healthy, and we turn them into good dogs. And then by the time they come to you, they're good to go. But anyway, so BarkvilleDogRescue.org. If you can foster, if you can donate. If you can do anything, please go to our website. We appreciate it. Thank you so much. Come on.
Get that boy to do a bathroom.
I'm gonna.
All right,
Okay.
everybody. Congratulations again to Tom Brady. He did it again. That's all. And don't forget my baseball card where I'm wearing my mittens and mask. All right, guys. Thank you, guys. Until the end of the week, we will see you later. And keep it
Keep it canon.
canon.